Shucks. Okay, I'm recording now, so if you go back and watch this, you'll get it from here at least. W to the 7th times W to the negative 9th. We know a rule for this where we have the same base with an exponent, same base with an exponent. What was the rule? What did you do with those two numbers?
They stayed the same.
Not they stayed the same. That's if you were adding, then we can't change them. You what? You add them. So we're going to add these together, which is going to be W to the negative 2nd power. What do you do with W to the negative 2nd power?
Put that -2 under here.
Not just the -2 though, right? The whole thing. So it's going to be 1 over, because there's nothing else left up top. So 1 over W to the 2nd power. Does that make sense? Okay, so do the addition first and then move it. Let me just show you what you could do also, because maybe you like it better this way. This is W to the 7th. If you wanted to flip this right away, it would be 1 over W to the 9th. So if we multiplied this across, it would be W to the 7th over W to the 9th. And then you could subtract them, W to the 7 minus 9, which is W to the negative 2nd, which is 1 over W to the 2nd. So do you see why they say, do it this way? It's a lot less work. But if your brain does it this way, it's not wrong. You'll get there. It's just going to take you a lot more steps to get there. Okay? So do the rules that we already know and then do the negative stuff to it. Okay, look at number 5. You have 4 times C to the 8th times D to the negative 3rd times 5 times C to the negative 5th times D to the negative 1. You're multiplying everything. What can we actually multiply? Yeah, Nick. 4? Yeah. Are you wanting the pink stuff? The purple is what I recommend. This is what I recommend you do. The pink is just a different way to do it. I would not do it that way if you have the choice. So on number 5, what can you actually multiply?
Like term.
The like terms, yeah. Yes. 4 and 5. So start with the numbers, okay? The numbers, you just do the multiplication you see. 4 times 5 is 20, okay? What happens when you do C to the 8th times C to the negative 5th? What are you doing with the 8 and the negative 5? You're not multiplying them, you're adding them, or which is essentially subtracting here. So this is like C to the 8th times C to the negative 5th, right? When they have the same base and a different exponent, you add those exponents together. So 8 plus a negative 5 is C to the 3rd. Okay, so you have 20, C to the 3rd, and now you have D to the negative 3rd times D to the negative 1st. What does that become? Not 2. Negative 3 plus a negative 1 is a negative 4. So you have D to the negative 4th. Okay, so that's one round of simplifying. Are we done?
Yeah.
Why not? You have to get rid of the negative, okay? So you have 20C to the 3rd, D to the negative 4th. What changes? Yeah, we're going to put it over D to the positive 4th power. So that negative has to move down and become positive. Okay, and that is your best answer. There's nothing else you can simplify about that, so you just leave it there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Look at number 6. What can you do with number 6? Multiply 6 and negative 3. So the numbers you can always multiply. You guys start there. Start with the numbers. 6 times negative 3 is a negative 18. Okay. What about your x's? X to what power? To the negative 11. X to the negative 11. Okay. From here, write down what you think the answer is. Don't say it. Just write it down on your thing. This isn't the final answer. But there is one step to a final answer. I want to see what you get. Wish I could see all of your screens right now. But when you move it, what happens to it? Okay, what'd you get?
1 over -18x to the
No.
I got it.
What?
Maybe.
Maybe.
-18 over x to.
Oh, we're British now. Over what?
Over x positive.
There we go. Okay. This causes a ton of problems. Are you hearing me on that?
Yeah.
People see a -18 and they think they have to move it. When do you move things? Negative exponents. God bless you. Only if this number is negative do you move it. Do not move it for this, the big number being negative. Okay? Are we good on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Take a look. Number 13. I want you to try number 13. Be careful with this. There's division involved, right? What do you do with division? You subtract. You subtract them. So try number 13. See what you get from that. And then we'll talk about it. Did it smell like coffee? The coffee spilled this morning, and I think I spilled it on there. I wiped it off, but it spilled right off. Is that your final answer? I know it's
So it's -2 minus 7. What's -2 minus 7? -9.
Sorry. -6 minus 1.
You have a question? Aiden, did you do the problem?
Yeah.
You doing useful but
Is that right? Like the right answer, David?
No, it's not.
Because I converted it, I just
I can need to pull it out because you guys lost along the way.
Okay, I want to know what you got.
1 minus -2.
Yeah.
I did -1.
Final answer? D to the first over C to the ninth. Anybody get that?
D3 over
No.
9.
What did you say? Oh, to the -5th power? Oh, no. -2 minus 7. So here's the deal. When it's division, you're subtracting. So C to the -2 minus 5 and D to the -1 minus -2. What's -2 minus 5?
7.
-7, right? So it's C to the -7. What's -1 minus -2?
3. -3.
Not -3. Plus the positive. So -1 plus 2 is a 1. Okay? Oh, I did. Oh. This is my fault. It's my fault. I did see. Do you see what happened there? This happens all the time in correcting you guys' things. You do the math in your head and then you write the math you did in your head as the problem itself. That's my fault. Sorry. Did you say 5 though? Yeah, it's not 5. Sorry. Okay, -2 minus 7 is what? -9. My bad. Okay, sorry if I just really threw you off there. Do you need the 1? No, d to the first is d. Okay, so ditch the 1. So there's a d. What happens to c to the negative 9?
-3.
Not negative 3. You move it down. You ditch the negative. So over c to the 9th, that is your best answer. How many of you got that? First try? Yeah? Kind of. Okay, go to 15. What?
How did you just get D over C9? Because I got D3.
Where did the 3 come from? Because you should have done -2 minus 7. What?
-1 plus -2.
Oh, you got 3 here.
Yeah.
It's subtraction. So it's -1 minus a -2. So that's plus a +2. So -1 plus 2 is 1.
One positive for you?
No, because it's a -1 plus 2. Right?
Okay. I'll just leave it.
Okay, number 15. What can you do first on this?
The numbers.
The numbers. Okay, be careful with this because you're in the habit of subtracting when there's division, but this is division and we're talking numbers, so you can divide. What is it?
8. -8.
Not -8. Divide. -10 divided by 2 is -5. Okay, so technically that's a numerator right now. You don't need to make it a division bar because I'm going to make everything a numerator right now. But I just want you to understand that if we were making it a fraction, it's on the top of our fraction right now. Okay. What does this become?
0.
Not 0.
Because 2 minus 3.
2 minus 3 is what?
I mean,
1.
probably
M to the 2 minus 3 is m to the -1st. Okay. And then n, this is n to the 1st minus a -5. Okay, so now let's simplify that. You have a -5. You have a m to the -1st. What is n? To what power? A 1 plus 5 now is n to the 6th. Okay, so you're here. That's not your final answer. What do we have to do? What's moving?
Negative the m. Negative.
Only the m, right? You're not moving the -5. It's a negative number. It's not a negative exponent. So -5 should still be on top. N should still be on top. So -5 n to the 6th on top. On bottom, you can just write m. If you want to put the 1 in, put the 1 in, but you don't need it. That's your final answer. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's go to the next page.
Hold on.
I want you to try number 21. You didn't do it?
No, I did it, but like.
Well, tell me what you got. Maybe it's right. We learn from our mistakes.
From just multiplying.
Okay, that's a good start.
Yeah.
So here's what Aiden did. Aiden went like this. X to the -4th, y to the -6th, x to the -15th, y to the -12th. Is that right so far? Yeah. You take this -2 and -2 times 2, -2 times 3, -3 times that, -3 times 4. So you're here. Now you have numbers that have the same base.
Oh yeah.
What do you do with their exponents? You add them. So x to the -19th, and then add these, y to the -18th. Are you done?
No.
No, why not?
No. Because you gotta put the
Can't leave negative exponents.
And then the denominator needs to be -18.
Oh, sorry.
Positive 18. So you're going to move them down. X to the 19th, y to the 18th. What goes on top?
1.
A 1. If it moves everything down and there's nothing left on top, there's a 1 on top. Okay? So this would be your final answer. So you're kind of combining some concepts there. Questions on any of that? You have a question?
As long as you made 2 fractions.
Like you did 1 over x to the 19th times 1 over x to the 18th? I mean, no, but it's just not the simplest form, and we always want the simplest form. So you can go there, but then combine it at the end if you want.
I just didn't know if you can combine it because they're not like
You're not combining them, but you're multiplying them.
yeah, you don't.
So it's okay. Are we good?